Everyone has a dream.
Open up a youth center.
Fashion company.
Film actor.
But only some choose to chase them.
Do I really believe that I've got what it takes?
This is Dream Quest.
I think I'm gonna encounter something big here.
Being in a place like Mallory Square where you have people that do this for a living, and yet this is our first time ever attempting anything like this in our life. It was crazy because some people had massive crowds. I'm talking like 200 people. They have booming voices, they have swords, they have fire, they have like these massive tricycle things, and then you have us.
Alrighty, first problem, we don't have enough people, so let's get loud, let's get some people here.
As soon as the second team
Bring it
took
up.
the stage and started their entertainment, something began to happen behind them that really became the thing that everybody was interested in. And Sunset was about, which is why everybody's there. It's the Sunset celebration. And even me, I'm so into these guys. I'm watching it, but I noticed myself looking over and telling Courtney, look at the sunset, this is gonna be amazing. And I really knew at that point this team was probably gonna really struggle competing with such a beautiful sunset.
Bring it up, come on, cheer. Who wants to see me tame a snake? For the first time. I need a volunteer to help me open this box. I'm kind of nervous. You're good with snakes?
The whole idea of our performance was to just be random and goofy and not make sense. We wanted people to be like, what?
All right, let's do this. Let's give her a hand, guys. Come on! Woo!
We got a problem. Yeah, we need to find Tiny.
But intrigued, you know, like a what? Intrigued, like I gotta keep watching this because maybe something's gonna happen to where I'll figure all of this out.
Meanwhile, while we're finding Tiny, I want to introduce my Miss Sunset. She's from Scotland.
Hi, y'all. All right, so the Southern accent instead of the Scottish accent was actually supposed to be sarcasm. I'm Miss Sunset. How y'all doing tonight? So, but that didn't really go over very well. Nobody picked up on that. They just thought that I totally ignored what he introduced me as.
Being around performing for a long time now, I was watching that second group, and honestly, it was just a little bit painful. They were giving it their all, but it really wasn't working.
We need a volunteer.
I think we do. Anybody brave? Come on, buddy, come on up. Give him a hand clap. What's your name? Danny. Being in Mallory Square, we had a pretty big crowd gathered around us, but about halfway through my spiel, I realized this is really hard engaging people. What's going on? And I did not expect that at all. All right, anybody got $1? $1 in their pocket? Anybody out there? $1, it's all we're asking, $1. Then I realized they're not exactly giving us their full attention. They're looking at the amazing sunset going on behind us, and there's like beautiful boats going by, people are taking pictures, and then I was like, oh, I'd probably want to look at that too. What's your name?
Jim.
Jim, let's give a hand clap for Jim. Thank you, Jim, for your generosity. All right, so you see this $1? Memorize this. It's a real $1, right? Feel it a little bit? Feel it? Feels good? Okay, can you scrunch it up for me? Scrunch it up really good. All right, toss it between your hands. All right, here's the deal. You're gonna hold it in this hand, but I'm gonna hold it with you, like this, all right? All right, what's your magic word? Any word that makes you feel excited. Abracadabra, did you all hear that? Abracadabra is the magic word. What's the magic word? What's the magic word?
Abracadabra.
Okay, we're all gonna count down to the count of 3, and we're gonna say abracadabra when we're done counting down to 3. 1, 2, 3, abracadabra! Woo!
I don't want to say the other team's performance was bad.
Feel that magic flowing? You feel it? Are you sure? Yeah. Say it a little louder. Yeah. Whoa, you feel it?
But it wasn't good.
All right, open your hand. Open it up. You know what just happened there? Jim's $1 became Danny's $1. Woo! Thank you guys. Give a big hand to Danny.
So much about performing as a group is chemistry, and I'm afraid this group just didn't have it.
Stan, you are going to do a dangerous stunt. What I want you to do is I want you to lay down on the ground with your back on the ground. Can you do that for me? I am going to do a handstand walk from here all the way over to here. Now here's the trick. I have never really done this before. That was something that I'm not particularly good or comfortable at. All of us really stepped outside of our comfort zone to do this.
2, 1. Woo! Woo! Come on, hold it!
Hold it!
We thank you guys so much. This is our first time, shockingly, as you may have guessed, ever performing on the streets. We would thank you so much and really appreciate if you put some money in the cauldron. It helps us out so much and makes us feel better for being terrible performers. Thank you so much. Woo!
But in the end, they did an amazing job because Holden literally went out into the crowd and carried his bucket. He really worked the crowd. Okay, we have your results.
Let's be honest. Whose was better? Let's get it.
We were watching the hat, and we saw how much money was dropped in, and I was pretty confident because I saw some 5s and 10s going in there.
Worked very well with each other, and all of our personalities just shined.
We were definitely the better show. No doubt.
Team 1, that's you guys, right? Team 1? $14.80.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, team 2.
We don't have enough people, so let's get loud.
Hi, y'all.
You feel it? Come on, hold it!
Hold it!
Team 2, you guys had $25. So you are the winners. So,
When we found out that we didn't win, you know, I was like, there's something rigged. You know, there's no way we lost.
That's tough. That is a tough one to swallow. I thought we had a little more energy.
I was mad when we lost. I was mad. And my first instinct was to blame all the circumstances leading to our losing.
Because of the ebb and flow of the other shows, you had a smaller crowd. That's why you made less.
Yeah.
But you guys did really good. I thought you actually had the tighter show.
It took me a little bit to let go, but I just had to tell myself, Jaleesa, like, you lost.
Guess we just gotta get ready for tomorrow and the next challenge.
We're gonna head back to the house, we're gonna go back to the bonfire, and we're starting something new tonight. Every night you're gonna do a pledge about your dream and the things that you're willing to do to pursue your dream. You need to be thinking about tonight's pledge. You need to be thinking about how you are gonna stand out from the crowd as you chase your very own dreams. Got it?
Yep.
All right, let's pack this party up. All right. I just wanted to pull you aside for a minute and just say this to you because after watching you today, I think personally that maybe you and even other people highly underestimate yourself. I know after seeing what I saw today that you can do this.
My dream is to eventually one day have my own sports radio talk show. I actually have my own podcast that I send out online, so I'm hoping that'll kind of take off.
So you guys have had quite a day today, and I must say it was thoroughly entertaining for the two of us to sit and get to watch it all. But what was it like for y'all to have to put yourselves out there like that?
It was something that I didn't expect.
It's definitely something that, if you're not used to it, it can be very nerve-wracking. And I think that's kind of how I felt initially. But once you get in the flow with something like that, you just kind of feed off all the energy and keep going, and something to enjoy.
Taylor, you were nervous?
Oh my gosh. I seriously thought I was like frozen. I kind of forgot what I was supposed to do whenever I stepped out there. But then I was like, no, wait, you're overcoming something. Like you're out of your comfort zone and you're overcoming this. So that's the way I looked at it.
I was thinking today that there's no one in this group that knows more about overcoming something than Taylor. I mean, she may have overcome nerves today at Mallory Square, but her biggest life victory has been overcoming cancer and all that goes with that.
I was ridiculed a lot. Like, you know, you think you're so much better than everyone else because you've beaten cancer. It takes a little bit to recover from that. So you don't want to just be known as the girl who had cancer. You want to be known for everything else, for dancing and, you know, for being close to her family and loving to hang out and go to the movies. You want to be known for everything.
So what about some of the rest of you? You all have different dreams. Some of you have a very specific idea, but some of you are going into an area where lots of people want to have a radio show or lots of people want to be an actress. So what is it that's going to make you stand out?
Ever since I can remember, when I was a little kid, me and all my brothers, my parents would have us say our faith words. And our faith words are, I like myself, I have a great destiny, and people listen to me because I have valuable and important things to say.
I just want to take a moment and just share something with you from my heart. I heard this quote, you guys might have heard it before, heart is what separates the good from the great. Another quote is, find something you love and do it with all your heart. That's what sets you apart, that you do it with all your heart. You guys all have awesome dreams. What's gonna make you stand out is doing it with all your heart.
Don't talk to us about what you're already doing. We want to know from here on out, what is it that you can do differently? Seek your heart, dig deep, that's why you're here, and find out, what am I gonna have to do different to chase this dream? Or else 5 years from now, you'll still be having this same conversation. So let's do that tonight when you do that pledge, okay?
My first pledge that I'm making while I'm on this journey, on this quest to have my own sports radio show, is to how to stand out above the rest. I think I gotta stay hip, current, you know, stay on top of things.
I think a lot and I actually talk a lot, but actually going out there and doing what I want to do is a different story.
I can't let my insecurities or my self-doubt hold me back from what I want to do with my life.
I could have done more. I could have actually gone out and moved to LA. I could have stayed in New York longer. I could have gotten an agent or gotten a manager and have done more, but I haven't.
Like, I know what to do, but I make excuses, and then I lie so much and make so many excuses that I believe my own lies.
My pledge tonight is to actually be more driven.
I pledge to take every opportunity that will get me closer to my goals, no matter how far outside of my comfort zone it will take me.
My pledge is to open up my heart again and let people back in and see me.
And it's time for me to change.
I'm not going to give up on driving for that goal.
I need to quit making excuses and quit being lazy, and I pledge to not be lazy.
My pledge going forward is to not let my lack of inexperience and my young age get in the way of letting my dreams become a reality.
Even though I have this dream and I have a vision of how I see it going down, that doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna happen just like how I envision it.
Next time on Dream Quest.
We wanted to be disruptors.
I think the team to beat is Chris and I.
We're gonna be dead last.
I mean, we should have realized, you know?
I was like, oh no.
I thought I was gonna die out there.
From there, it was just all...
I was worried about the creatures.
Dang it, we gotta do this.
Which way do we go? What are we doing?
Wow, this girl's making me afraid.
I want to win so I can help those kids.
You are a strong man and you're going to make it through this.